Evans Kiragu first started gaming, he was intrigued by all the moving parts of the game. But for James Ahere, he was interested in how games gave you freedom to tell your own story.
From way back, I used to play games on, we called it a brick game, but some called it a Game Boy, depending on the year you were born. After that, I got into playing PS1, PS2, and I think what drew me into video games was not just the fun of it, but my technical mind was trying to figure out how can I also create a game. And then over time, I got to learn that it's not just a game, but it's more of a world that you're immersing players in.
What's got me into gaming is, first of all, my brother. He was an avid gamer when we were young. He's my twin brother, used to play games all the time. And my mom one time told him, if you read as much as you played games, you'd be a rich man. And from that day, he said, I'm going to become a game developer. For my side, I was interested in the storytelling element. If you look at the most famous games like God of War, Greek mythology, I always wanted to showcase, African expression through a game, its interactivity.
The gaming interest saw these two individuals venture into the game development.
First of all, you need to have programming skills. That's actually the foundation of gaming. We have the Unity engine, we have Roblox, we have Unreal Engine. You just choose the one which you want to. Especially in Kenya, a lot of people have, taught themselves through YouTube. But right now we have schools like ADMI or Moringa or even AWS. So game development skills and then also game design. Game design is different from game development. You can get both of those skills or you can have somebody specific to that. And then now we are talking about the visuals. So there is either 2D animation or 3D animation or even 2D art or 3D art. And then now there's the sound elements. And now basically the programmer brings all this in and then the designer makes sure that the gameplay is nice.
What you need to do is decide where exactly you're going in this space and specializing in it. Also, we see people doing a lot of things. So they get into the industry and are trying to do a bunch of different things. So to get into game dev, pick a niche, get really good at it, go do a bunch of projects, gain the experience. And then definitely, if you're good enough, you can start monetizing the kind of stuff that you're doing.
With the evolution of technology, gaming development has also evolved into something bigger.
In Africa, if you look at all the countries which have an established or an emerging market for gaming, most of them are using mobile. Now, when I talk about mobile, it's smartphone penetration within Africa. So most of the games that studios have built are based on internet connectivity. And internet connectivity helps with regards to updates, leaderboards. So it can be updating and you can see what other players, their high scores and things like that. Also, it has helped to sustain monetization. When I say this, I mean about content. So there's something we call live ops. So live operations. So you're consistently adding content within the game which needs internet connection. This doesn't mean that you can't play a game without internet. Yes, you can, but if you want to progress, get high scores and also be connected with other gamers, let's say it's multiplayer, if it has that capability or just be connected with what other gamers are doing, then internet is very important.
As technology has gotten better, we've seen the 3D environments, 3D worlds that players can interact with. Right now we're talking about AI, we're talking about user-generated content. Some of the biggest games out there, they are fun not because the developers made the game to be fun, but they are fun because the content created by the players themselves is something that's enjoyed all over the world. So it's evolved. We are now at a point where games are not just being made by developers, but gamers are going ahead and creating their own content that people can interact with.
With this evolution, steady internet and access to 5G are necessary if you want to thrive in gaming.
In the age that we're in right now, probably every other Gen Z is looking to become a streamer. Streaming is huge, streaming is the future, cloud gaming as well. So by all means, internet speed is the missing link. While we do have the Western world that is, leading that force onto cloud gaming, onto streaming, for us as well, internet speed is the last connecting mile that we need to not only enjoy the content, but also create it ourselves, monetize, and create a living out of video games. One of the ways that we're using 5G in our studio is when we started making video games, we were entirely making super simple games. We call them hyper casual games. But as we've grown, as we've hit more and more users, we're now getting into multiplayer games, at which point good internet is needed. So be it on our own internal space, testing our own games. Fastest way to do it, 5G. be it our players experiencing the games. The best experience, by definition of how the infrastructure is set up, will be best experienced on 5G. So we are a big fan of 5G and the coverage growing as much as it can, because it allows our players to experience the game on a network-worthy space.
To venture into gaming, all you need is the interest and technical skills. The playground is already set.
Gaming is a career. The video gaming industry globally is worth more than the pharmaceutical, music, Hollywood, Bollywood, Nollywood combined. But we're yet to really bring it home to Africa, to Kenya. But as a career out there in the world, it's absolutely viable. Our industry is really growing. It's really getting good at putting out games out there. So we're seeing more and more individuals getting into the career, from game designers to monetization experts. Everyone is now looking at Africa as the next frontier of gaming. So if there's a time to look at it as a career, it's really now.